Okay, so this is like a part 2 on the DC wireless light Rectenna system, and what I just want to demonstrate is a bit more about it and the tuning. So right now it's just set up here, and of course it's not in the type of position it should be. That top end should be, vertical right up the top, and down here should be going down to a ground rod. So in this position I'm using the transmitter, and I've got an antenna over here, so this end is exposed to the most RF. Now when I go through the tuning process, of course this one is exposed to more than this one and this one, so it's quite tricky in this type of position. Right now you can see the LED is illuminated. It's not flickering very much with the CW, but it is staying illuminated. And I've got the radio transmitting here, and I've reduced the power level, let me just have a look at that, to 10%. Now it's on battery, it's an IC705. Its maximum when it's on power is 10 watt. So 10% I assume it means is 1 watt. Okay, so let's assume 1 watt there. And you can see that's very dim. So at the moment it's detuned. So I'll go through a process. I'll start with perhaps this end, and I'll show the light as I adjust the tune. So you can see the light's now getting brighter. Now what I'll do is I'll detune that one just for now, right? So it's gone dim again. And I'm going to move to the next one, and I'll try, and hopefully you'll see as I adjust. See, I've got that one now starting to go brighter, okay? And now I'll detune again and let it go dim. And I'll move to the end one, and I'll try and zoom a little. I'm not very stable here, let's see. And I'll adjust this one now. Wait for that to come back. Now this is exposed to more RF, but you can see that it's now, oops, it's not very well focused, is it? Come on, focus, you bugger. But anyway, yeah. So I'll detune this again. You see it's gone dim. And now I'll come back, and this time I'll go through the tuning process and keep it all tuned. So I'll zoom out again here. So I'll tune the first one here. This is the bottom one. So that's about close. And now I'll move to the middle one, the second one. And I'll try and bring that in. I'll just wait for the cycle to start. Alright. It's there, and this one's not getting a lot, and it's in the middle. But that's probably the brightest there. And now I'll come to the very top one, the end one. And I'll zoom again, and hopefully it focuses. And I'll now adjust this one. I'll just let that cycle start. I'm going to assume that's the brightest now. Now, ideally, I should go over each of them again, because when I tune one, it will interrupt the other a bit. Although they are separate RF systems, linked only via the DC, of course, there is, it's still a conduit for the RF, so they are interactive always. But as you can see now, with 1 watt, that's going beautifully. So now I'll bring her up, and remember they're not all being exposed to the same level, which is unfortunate, but this is what you have to do in compromised positions. So I'll bring it up to 50%, which is 5 watts. Now I know she's tuned. There you go. So 12 volt automotive LED. Beautiful. And these are all linked in parallel. So that's my idea, is 3 rectennas in one to improve the efficiency of the job a rectenna is supposed to do. Now, each active element, well, receive element, is 1 meter apart. I'm not sure if I would lose out much by making them only 50 centimeters apart. It would have a small capture area. But of course, if I wanted to factor in wavelength, this is a 40 meter band, I could actually make the DC section a quarter wave long, about 10 meters, and have about 9 of these little rectennas along the DC section, because then I could make the DC section a resonant length. And of course, that would mean I've got a much more active system, and then these individual rectennas would have higher peaks to be able to tune in and rectify into the DC system, and many more of them. So you get where I'm going. But I don't have enough torafluxes and ferrite cores to do that job. But 7.3, and thanks for watching.